Namaskar. From 195 to 205, the last verses of Manache Shlok. बसे हृदयी देव तो जाण ऐसा, नभाचे परी व्यापकू जाण तैसा. सदा संचला येतना जात काही, तया वीण कोठे रीता ठाव नाही. It means that ultimate reality, the ultimate Paramatma, the ultimate Almighty God is everywhere. In fact, it is sitting inside our heart, brain, and soul. And if you can't see, then just try to understand. It looks like a sky, it looks like, the infinite space, and it is present everywhere. Nabhatse peri vyapaku jane taisa. As the sky is everywhere, that God, the formless God, is everywhere. It is omniscient, omnipotent, whatever you may say. It is a conscious everywhere. सदा संचला येतना जात काही, तया वीण कोठे रीता ठाव नाही. It means sada means at every moment. It is sanchala means it is present everywhere. It doesn't comes, it doesn't born, it doesn't live, and it doesn't die. It doesn't come and go. It is there forever, eternally. तया वीण कोठे रीता ठाव नाही. There is nothing where the God is not there. That formless God is everywhere. Rita Thava means there is nothing that you can create a vacuum in a flask by removing the air or any kind of matter, but you cannot remove God from anywhere. It is present everywhere. 195. Super. नभी वावरे जो अणुरेणू काही, रीता ठावया राघवे वीण नाही. तया पाहता पाहता तोची झाले, तिथे लक्ष आलक्ष सर्वय बुडाले. 196. In each quark, even tanmatra means you can say 10 raised to minus 35. That is a Planck's length. Even in every quark, every electron, every proton, every atom, every molecule. Anu means atom, redu means molecule. Everywhere in the sky, every matter, it is present. Rita Thavya Raghave Vidnai. There is nothing where God is not there. Taya pahata pahata tochi zale. By looking at it as a formless God, our formless soul gets merged with it. Tithe laksha alaksha sarve budale. So whatever our aim is there, laksha means aim. Whatever we try to conceive, we try to understand, try to make ourselves self-realize, enlightened. We try to make everything, comes into reality, that I have become a realized soul, or whatever your concepts are there. Once you become one with that, you get unison with that, you lose your identity, you become one with that God, you get detached from the world, you get attached to the God, you become yogi bhakta forever. So you try to see the ocean from outside, but once you become the ocean, part of ocean, it is not like that. You become ocean, you lose your identity, you become one with the God. What a tremendous concept. 196. Nabha sarikhe. Nabha means again sky. Rupaya Raghavaze. That is the kind of form it has, formless form. मनी चिंतिता मूळ तुटे भवाचे, तया पाहता देह बुद्धी उरेना, सदा सर्वदा अर्थ पोटी पुरेना. It looks like a sky. It looks like sky or a sky, whatever you may say. And then when you try to think about it, remember it, you try to conceive some ideas about the God. There are, last time we saw the 14 kinds of ideas that God is Om Ekaksharam Brahma. like Om, Akarut Brahma, Ukarut Vishnu, Makar Maheshwar. The God is creator, organizer, and destroyer, generator, organizer, and destroyer. Whatever you try to conceive, there are 14 kinds of ideas, but still it is beyond that. Whatever you try to think about it, it just get detached from that, those words, those ideas, and you become one with that. तया पाहता देह बुद्धी उरेना सदा सर्वदा अर्थ पोटी पुरेना 197. Once you try to see it and try to conceive that idea, then what happens, that you lose your bodily identity. You become, your soul becomes infinite soul. And then whatever you try to achieve, try to attain, try to become, your soul already becomes that. Okay. And then nothing is left, only God is left. नभे व्यापिले सर्व सृष्टीचा आहे, रघुनायका उपमा ते नसाहे. दुजे विण तो सर्व जो, दुजे विण जो तोची तो हा स्वभावे, तया व्यापकुस व्यर्थ कैसे म्हणावे. Now that God is made up of everything and everything is made up of God. This ecology, environment, the whole astrophysical world, the dark matter, the visible matter, the antimatter, and there are 22 kinds of matters are there. For example, matter, antimatter, and all those things. You just go and check the science. But everything is made up of God, but God is beyond that. Raghunayaka upama te nasai. You cannot compare God with anything. It is uncomparable. It is beyond anything and everything. Duje vinazo tochito ha swabhave. You cannot understand it by detaching yourself from it. You can understand it by becoming it only. Swabhav. Once you become that, then only you realize that. Otherwise, you cannot realize that. Simple. Taya vyapaku vyartha kaise manaye. Now it is everywhere. So how can you say it is useless? Vyartham is useless. Remember, there are people, it doesn't exist, it is useless. When so many bad things happen, at that time, where is your God? When good thing happens, where is God? They don't ask. But bad thing happens, then where is God? They ask. And there are, credit takers are everywhere. Good thing happens, we have done it. Bad thing happens, we didn't do it. So it is a human civilization that does it that. But God takes all the responsibility. Sorry. If some neutron star burst is there, that is responsibility of God. If our earth is born, that is responsibility of God. If now sun become a red giant and it gets, earth get absorbed into that and everything get destroyed, that is responsibility of God. He doesn't deny that. God doesn't deny that. So it takes the responsibility. Yeah, we understand. God says, yeah, everything is created, destroyed. Sorry. But yours is not the only earth which has been created and getting destroyed. There are millions and billions and infinite such planets and galaxies and dimensions are there. They are being created and destroyed. Like, once somebody said, even in Dasbodh, that concept is there, and even Gita, Jnaneshwari, and so many places it is there. Like child plays, that child creates something out of mud and then it destroys. Like that, God plays with this world. If we think in that fashion, if you are calling it useless, then then these are the things He can do. That is the power, infinite power called God. That is the infinite energy called God. Okay, 198. अति जीर्ण विस्तीर्ण ते रूप आहे, तेथे तर्क संपर्क तोही न साहे. अति गुढते दृश्य तत्काळ सोपे तुझे विण जे खुण स्वामी प्रतापे. 199. अति जीर्ण विस्तीर्ण. Even science accepts it that the universe is expanding. For example, there are three theories. Universe is expanding, it will stop, again it will contract, and Hiranyagarbha will be formed, like that we saw earlier. Another theory is it will remain constant. Fred Hoyle theory and so many theories are there. Then Jayant Narikar and Fred Hoyle theory is there. It will remain constant. Somebody said there will be blue shift, it will expand. There will be red shift, somebody said it will contract. So for example, it is expanding. It will expand, and at certain time, one planet is here and other planet will be millions of light years away. So it will be so Jina. Jina means rarefication will be there, not compression but rarefication. Vistirna and Jirna means you will find only formless things over here, sky like things only here, because all the particles will go away from each other. Jirna Vistirna Rupa. Now, even if all the particles are together, still if we see from billions of light years away, you will find that even galaxies look so small, microscopic. So how big that infinite God must be. So try understand. In front of infinite God, it's a rarefication only. A small particle like us, we are not, if you go to moon, we are not even visible. Like that, if you go billions of light years away, even sun is not visible. If you go trillions of light years away, for example, not only 13 billion light years, even our universe will not be visible. So that's kind of, God is there. God is, here, everywhere. Small particles are existing some places. It is infinite. If some particles are there, like galaxies and universes, they are very small in front of it. तिथे तर्क संपर्क तोहीनच आहे. At that place, when you think about God, logic and your mathematics, your brains, they become pangum langhe, for example. They become not only useless, they become very tiny piece of that. अति गुणते दृश्य तत्काळ सोपे तुझे विण जे खुण स्वामी प्रतापे. It's very good, means it is highly secretive. God doesn't disclose himself everywhere. But if you try to offer your prayers, kind prayers, with total devotion, then that God makes himself to you, himself visible. तुझे विणत जे खुण स्वामी प्रतापे. That Swami, that Ram, that infinite God, it makes you his presence felt at every moment. And because of his kindness, because of his power, because of his blessings only it is possible. Otherwise it is not possible. A tiny dot cannot fight with the infinite. That is for sure. A finite cannot fight with the infinite. 199. So you have to try to get his blessings by remaining ethical, values based, following all the norms, humanitarian values, and try to live a good life 24/7 by becoming yogi, by becoming bhakta. And it's possible. 24/7 you become a person, a bhakta, a devotee of God, and at every moment, whatever you do will be the devotion of God, the offerings of the God. At the end of the life, our life becomes like, that flower at the feet of God. That is the kind of nirmalya, like that our life should be. Harmless creature. कळे आकळे रूपते ज्ञान होता तेथे आटली सर्व साक्षी अवस्था. मना उन्मनी शब्द कुंठित राहे तोरे तोचितो राम सर्वत्र पाहे. 200. When his blessings are there, because of his grace, because of the Almighty's grace, we come to understand how the God is, where the God is, how the God is has created this world, how the God has created us, for what purpose we have been created, and for what purpose we are living. All kinds of knowledge we get once we become an enlightened soul, or once we become totally devoted to it like a yogi or bhakta. At that time, Atali Sarva Sakshi Avastha. At that time, you are trying to live in a life in a detached form. At that time, you go beyond attachment and detachment as well. You are not seeing the world as oh, it is happening like this, or like this. You go beyond that. Mana unmani shabda kunthita rahe. Utman means mind becomes attached to the Brahma Tattva. You become one with the God. Then no words can describe that God and that state of mind as well. Tore tochito Rama sarvatra pahe. Then you will see the God everywhere. At every moment. Maybe some pain is there. If somebody, pinches you, you'll pinch. You'll get pinched, you'll get pinched. And you'll feel, if, that feelings will be there. But still, even those feelings are there. Even if you are sneezing, you are coughing, even if you are sleeping, still a conscious is there. You will understand that God is everywhere, even if you are alive, you are dead, you are awake, you are sleeping. Your soul realizes that because you have become one with the God. Then you see the God everywhere. And many times we saw that Atma tum girijamati sahachara prana shariram gruham पूजाते विषयोपभोग रचना निद्रा समाधि स्थिति संचार पदयोपदक्षिण विधि स्तोत्र आणि सर्वागिरो यद्यत् कर्म करोति तत्तदखिलं शंभो तवाराधनम. ओम करचरणं कृतं वायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनजं वा मानसं वा अपराधं विहितं वा सर्वं एतत्क्षमस्व. जय जय करुणाब्दे श्री महादेव शंभो. That whatever we see, whatever we listen, whatever we understand, whatever we think, whatever we speak, whatever we eat, whenever we sleep, whatever we are doing, everything is devotion of God. Even if you are sleeping, you are in samadhi sthiti. Many times we saw buddhi, samadhi. It means your brain, your buddhi has become one with the God. Your mind, body, whole and soul, everything has become one with the God. You have become yogi, you have become bhakta. You have become unison with the God. At that time, you can see God everywhere. 200. And that is the life we should live throughout our life. Now 201. कदा ओळखी माझी दूजे दिसेना मनी मानसी द्वैत काही वसेना बहुता दिसा आपली भेट झाली विधेयीपणे सर्व काया निवाली. Samartha Ramdas is requesting to the God. You see, so many years my soul has been formed by detaching from the infinite soul. But once I become one with the God, then I realize that, oh, this is my true self. Then there is no duality left. Because after so many years, we have come together. And then my body has become Videhi. Means whether body is there or not, I am not realizing. But you are getting the work done through my body. And it has become cool, quiet, and my mind is living in tranquility. Peace of mind is there. What a state of mind. It is incomparable and it is beyond any comparison. 202. मना गुजरे तुझ ते प्राप्त झाले, परी अंतरी पाहिजे यत्न केले. सदा श्रवणे पाविजे निश्चयासी, धरी सज्जना संगती धन्य होसी. गुज मीन्स सिक्रेट. मना गुजरे तुझे प्राप्त झाले. Hey mind, you came to know all the secrets of yourself and how to realize the God and how to live the life. But you keep this yatna means hard work, smart work. You should continue this hard work and smart work. Sada Shravane, try to listen. You know, the Shravan means discourses about God, bhajan, hymns and all, shlok and all those good things you try to listen, which are preferably Advait, or which are preferably trying to devote yourself towards God. Not those hymns which are asking for, give me this, give me that. No. Advait Shravan. Try to listen to Gita, Dhaneshwari, like these things which will make you realize soul. And then Nishchay means definitely you will be always be unison with God at all the times. And that is our aim. Living with Sat Jan means living with good people, living with good thoughts at all the times. And then your life become a fulfilled life. Dhanya hosi. 202. Now 203. मना सर्वही संग सोडून द्यावा, अति आदरे सज्जनाचा धरावा, ज्याचे निसंगे महादुःख भंगे, जनी साधने वीण सन्मार्ग लागे. 203. Hey mind, just get rid of all the other things which are in the path of self-realization. Live with the God, live with the good people, live with the good habits, live with the good thoughts. Because of that, you'll get rid of all the sorrows and agonies and sadness in your life. It doesn't mean everything will change, you'll become billionaire, you'll be living in the heavens. No. That is what we have to create inside our mind, in our family and throughout the world. While living only, we should create a heaven on earth. Okay, you might be suffering from, sometimes diseases are there, sometimes some people come and some people go in our life. But still, try to live with the good people, good thoughts, good actions, good deeds. Try to live a good life. जयाचे निसंगे महादुःख भंगे, sadness is gone. जनी साधने वीण सन्मार्ग लागे. Once it becomes your life, good habits, good thoughts, good deeds, good action. You see, at that time, we are really on the path of self-realization, and self-realization, Sadmarga, becomes our path of life and life path and path of life. What a language! So whether you are meditating, whether you are chanting the name of God or not, but still you are always on the path of Sadmarga, because that has become your practice since so many years. It doesn't mean that you go and do any bad things. No. It means that you remain on the good path, think good, do good, and the karma cycle is always there. So good things will happen around you, inside you. 203. We should be on the Sadmarga, on the good path only of self-realization. Even after self-realization, you should remain on the self-realization path only. Do good, think good, like that. मनासंग हा सर्व संघास तोडी, मनासंघा मोक्ष तात्काळ जोडी, मनासंग हा साधना शीघ्र सोडी, मनासंघा द्वैत निशेष मोडी. Whichever habit you have, whichever thought process you have, whichever work you do every day, whichever way you live at every moment, those are the things you carry out throughout your life. Mana Sangha Sarva Sangha Sukha. So your good thought process remains with you for all the times. If you are chanting the name of God at all the times, it will remain with you forever. If you are chanting or God is chanting through your Paravani or whichever Vani it may be, then it will remain forever with you. So that is why good habits, 24/7 living a good life is very important. So living with good things is a Sangha. Sangha is living with good things. It will get you rid of all the bad things in your life. You will get self-realized, enlightened soul. Then you will get the moksha at every moment, and at every moment, tatkal means immediately you will get rid of all the bad things in your life. So at every moment, you will become a self-realized soul. You'll every moment experience the moksha, mukti at every moment. Nitya muktata. It will happen immediately if you are on this path at every moment. Manasangha sadhana shigra soul. Even you'll go beyond the penance, the path of penance. It happens. Manasangha dvaita nishesha modi. Because you have gone beyond the duality of your life. You can see the God everywhere at every moment by becoming yogi and bhakta. As you have become yogi and bhakta, all the sides are true. Okay? Now the last verse of Manache Shlok. Verse means Shlok. मनाचे शते ऐकता दोष जाती मती मंदते साधना योग्य होती चढे ज्ञान वैराग्य सामर्थ्य अंगी म्हणे दास विश्वासता मुक्तिभोगी 205 मनाची शते shate means in fact 100 but 205 verses are there. Once you listen to them, then all your bad qualities will be gone. Even if you don't believe in God, you will start believing in God and you will be on the path of self-realization. You will start pursuing your path of penance. You will become eligible to become a self-realized soul because you are walking on that good path, good deeds and good thought process. Chade dhyana vairagya samarthyangi. And then knowledge, vairagya means getting rid of bad qualities. Samarthya means you will have the qualities to become a self-realized soul and remaining on the path of self-realization. Mane dasa vishwasata mukti bhogi. And then Ramdas is saying, Samartha Ramdas is saying, by having faith and trust in God, at every moment you will receive the mukti, you will realize the self, you will be literally living with the self that is infinite God at every moment. And you will experience it at every moment. Like we eat the sweet meat, we eat the jaggery, we eat the chocolate, and we eat those sweet things and we feel it. Oh, what a taste. Like that you will realize it at every moment. Oh my God, Bhagwan ki kya leela hai. Oh, what a beautiful world God has created. There are some bad things. We feel it. But through that bad things only He is creating something good in future, because many times we don't know what exactly lies in future. But once we realize, oh, so many fantastic things are going on, it must be something that God has in His mind. Many times what happens, as I told you, that I got admission in a certain place and my project would have been in World Trade Center towers when those aeroplanes struck in fact. So I couldn't go because I didn't have money at that time. So God didn't send me there. So this is my example. Like that, there are so many people who have realized it. In place of, once what happened, a person didn't get the ticket for Sunday, he wanted to go somewhere. One person didn't get on Saturday, one person didn't get on Friday, something like that happened with a lot of people. And the same aeroplane got, accident and all the people died. For example, I'm giving. This is about death. Another side of the story. Once a person missed his train and couldn't do the business deal with someone. And what happened that on the same day that company got solvent. So he thought that, oh my God, if I did those things, something bad would have happened. Another side of the story, that many times we feel that, oh, if I could have done that deal, I would have been billionaire or this or that. But if that thing has not been, that didn't happen in our life, it must be something that is not a part of our life, because to something might be attached to that business which is not good for your person or personality. So try to understand that whatever happens for the good is okay. At the same time, whatever happens, we should try to do good for ourselves by not following the bad path, by not going on the wrong direction. We should also realize those things. This creates faith. It increases the faith, increases the trust of us in the God. Once we understand all these things, whatever has been told in the Manache Shlok, our mind becomes, superfluous. And by becoming superfluous, it understands so many things. We can focus our mind on good things, get rid of bad things, because this training given by Samarth Ramdas makes us our life focus on the self-realization only. We focus on good things, we focus on good thoughts, we focus on good deeds, we focus on creating heaven around us. We focus around spending each moment for a good cause. We invest our time, then waste our time. So at the end of life, we can say just Ram and leave this body. That much Samartha Ramdas is preparing us, so that at each moment we can keep a good record of each moment of our life, and we will find out, oh, 100% of my time has been invested for good things, good cause, good deeds and good thoughts only. Because our mind has been molded like that by Samartha Ramdas. That is the preparation Manache Shlok has prepared us, or preparation is there in Manache Shlok. So that whether we are alive, whether we are dead, whether we are sleeping, whether we are awakened, whether we are alert, awake and conscious or not, or yes, still once we become a self-realized soul, once we become yogi and bhakta, we will be always on the path of mukti, good deeds, and throughout our life we will be living a fulfilled life. Though in the life good and bad and so many fantastic things happens in our lives, still we'll always be on the path of self-realization, self-enlightenment, becoming yogi and bhakta forever. Becoming one with the Ram, becoming one with the infinite soul. We'll be always on that path. That is what Samarth Ramdas is saying. Let us try to live such a beautiful life. Thank you very much. And finally, Samarth Ramdas used to say, Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha. Jai Jai means he is praising his Lord. And Samartha means all capable God. Okay, so with his blessings, we conclude the Manache Shlok. Thank you very much.